Alright, hello everybody, this is Zax299. Today I got a new game that I actually got from the developers. This is the Flame in the Flood. I actually got this from the developers about 3 weeks ago, if not more, for showcasing on my YouTube channel. Been so busy though, I haven't really played it a whole lot. I did a video about a week ago where I got completely wrecked by this game. I've had a little more time to play it a little bit more since then. But I want to go ahead and let you guys know, if you're watching this video review, I'm going to go ahead and review the game right now because today is launch day on Steam. It is early access. It's nowhere near complete or nowhere near the final product that they want it to be. But since they're charging $19.99 for it, US dollars, I'm going to review it. And I want to go ahead and let you guys know that I am going to be completely honest. They're giving me the game has no bearing in my overall scoring of the game. But I will tell you right now that I really like this game. So right now they've actually done some more updates. It's a good sign for developers that are releasing an early access game. They just now introduced a whole new biome, an industrial biome, where you can get all kinds of new parts and schematics and all kinds of stuff. More raft upgrades they've added, or they have added raft upgrades. I know that I read about like a motor for like the river when it's kind of slow parts, I guess, later on down the game, which I haven't got there yet. But at some point, you'll need some upgrades to your raft, such as an engine to make it move a little faster during the slow-moving parts of the river. And an endless mode, a whole new mode of the game. Already, it's got a really good story game where you're trying to survive, but this is a total survival mode where all you're trying to do is survive as long as possible. So they continue to add more content to this already good game. And I'll be back to go ahead and give you my review of the Flame in the Flood on early access launch day. Today is September 24th, 2015. I'm going to give you my review of the Flame in the Flood right here, right after this. Alright, welcome back everybody. I'm just agreeing that I understand that, this is an early access game, that I understand it's not complete, it may have bugs, and that they're going to collect gameplay data from players. That's fine to help them make it even better. That's actually a good sign. This is an early, very early version of the game. Keep in mind, guys, if you're watching this video 2 weeks down the line, a month down the line, or 6 months down the line, or even longer, this video, or this game, has probably changed a lot since what you're seeing here in this video. It's probably even a lot better. But you're going to go ahead and get my early access launch day review of the Flame in the Flood right here. So let's go ahead and go into the main mode of this game. It starts off with a dog. Looks like his master has died there, turned into a skeleton. So he grabs his backpack and he is, I guess, dragging it towards hopefully somebody. The dog's not alone out there in the woods. And you'll never guess who the dog finds. I just really love the art style and the attention to detail that these developers are doing in this game. And you take the role of this character here. I believe it's a girl, but I guess it could be a long-haired guy. I don't know. Anyway, it's you. This is the role you'll be playing. He drops the backpack, and you pet the dog there. And you're like, oh, okay, what are you bringing me, buddy? Ah, shortwave radio. And you can hear some static on there, but you can't really make it out, so you need a stronger signal, and that is your first quest. Get to a place where you can get a stronger signal so you can actually figure out what they're saying on the radio. Movement is as easy as the commonly used WASD. You have your statistics down here. You have your character status down here, your hunger, and these bars will just drop, kind of like you'll see them drop as we go over. Your hunger, your thirst, your temperature, and this is how tired you are. And and then I believe this is your health right here. Your character's face will also, show signs of when you actually go unhealthy or get, you know, wounded or whatever. And I'll tell you right now, guys, this game is a ton of challenges. It is not easy. This game does not hold you by the hand at all. If you guys like games that offer a challenge, but not the kind of challenge that feels cheap in any kind of way, that keeps you wanting to play and do better, then this is the game for you. I want you guys to go ahead and pay attention to this, to all the details in the game. The leaves flowing overhead, giving you the sign that it makes you feel like it's cold and it's fall. You can right-click on things to read them or take them. Camp Pinewood, where you start off, is a fine home for a spell, but it's time to move on and see where this dog came from. Maybe there's someone else out there. So I'm going to go ahead and play this game, guys, give you a sense of what this game's about. You notice the crows move as I get closer. I can get this cattail, and once I do that, I learn the schematic for a braided cord and tinder. So some things when you pick up, you learn schematics on how to make different things as you do them. Come over here to this house. I examine it. It says that I cleaned out the place long ago. There's nothing left here but dust. But this is what I really like. Your dog, which is named Aesop in the game, actually sits here, and anytime you miss something, he'll sit there and bark at you too, like, hey man, you're forgetting something. You need to search this crate. So you come over here, right click it, and you'll see that I found a jar, a water filter, and jerky. When I take all these things, watch the right side of my screen, it'll say that I learned a water filter schematic and a jerky schematic, and it's added to my journal. Now, before we actually move on much further, I want to go ahead and tell you can hit I at any time to bring up your inventory and all your different goals and everything like that. You can close it either by hitting I or down here, or you can get the same thing by simply left-clicking your backpack right up here. This will tell you your goals, find a stronger signal, it'll remind you if you've done that, it'll show you how many goals and objectives you've completed. Click these tabs up here, that'll show you any afflictions that you have. So if you had broken your leg, for example, it'll show you that, it'll show you how you cure it. If you're, wet or cold or sick or whatever, it's going to show you what those afflictions are, it'll describe it, and it'll tell you how you cure it. So very, very awesome there. Here is your crafting tab. You can come in here, you can sort this by, clothing or food or first aid items or utility items, whatever, or all, and you can make into these things that aren't locked. So right now I know how to make a water filter. It tells you exactly what you need to make it. Obviously I can't make that because I don't have all these items, and it won't let me make it. But if it's green, it only means not only do you know how to make it, but you have the resources to make it. So for example, I can go ahead and make a tinder here with one of my cattails. I have 2, I need 1. So now I have 1, I need 1. But I'm going to go ahead and make a braided cord as well. I'm going to go ahead and create that. And now you'll see that I learned how to make a snare and a box trap just from creating the braided cord and the tinder, because I have all the items needed to make this item. So now a box trap opens up, and I have 7 of my 63 items that I can craft discovered, and I expect in early access for this game to even add a lot more things that you can actually craft along the way. But a box trap is for live trapping of small animals, and it tells you exactly what you need. Super, super cool. Here is your inventory. You click on your backpack, makes sense. Shows you all the stuff in your backpack, and on your tool belt if you have any tools. You can move items to Aesop's bag. So for example, if I wanted to move this sapling here, or these 5 saplings, I just left click on them, move to Aesop, and he is carrying that now. Also, once you get on your raft, you can actually carry items on that as well, and we're going to see that real soon. Last tab is basically your gear, what you're wearing, what you're equipped with. Shows you all your clothing. If you want to read about something, you can simply left click it. It'll tell you, like, look, these light boots are worn out old boots. If the choice is between them and going barefoot, then you're definitely going to take boots. So again, I can unequip them, I can move them to Aesop, or I can discard them at any time. So I love the UI for this game. It's very well done, and you can move just by left clicking where you want to go. I prefer the WASD, but it's nice that it gives you the option of moving how you want. Even right here, cattail is available, and if I don't do it, if I'm over here looking at this, the dog's going to sit here and bark at me, hey dummy, get over here and get this cattail. And because that's good for crafting, and the dog's smart, and Aesop knows it. So I'm going to continue along the path here, leaving Camp Pinewood, and really the only way to go, it's pretty obvious, and then you're going to have to right click to leave this area because you're trying to adventure on. Look at the graphics. I want you guys to pay special attention to all the little details in the graphics. The leaves blowing overhand, the splashes in the water. I just love this art style. I can't say it enough. Especially like the lighting. Here you can move your boat, steer your boat with your paddle with WASD. S will slow you down. W will speed you up a little bit as you try to paddle faster. And if you need to jump, make a quick jump, you can paddle faster by hitting space. So if I wanted to move to the left a little bit, I would hit left and hit my space bar. Now look at this island over here. It has evil eyes watching you. That's the kind of detail I'm talking about. This crow flying overhead. These evil eyes, you know, lurking in the forest. This tractor, you know, smashed down. And you can tell that, you know, that you are in a pretty desolated, forested area. And you are up against Mother Nature. Now look at the water turn white here. White water is... If you've never went whitewater rafting in a game, here's your chance. Again, watch the camera zoom in as you enter the white water. It moves up right behind you. Well, not right up behind you, but it does move in closer for a more behind view, and it really makes you feel like you are on that boat trying to steer through these rapids and not hit any kind of rocks or debris. Really fun. You can see these wrecked cars. One thing I like here is you can go through here, and I didn't even notice this till like the third game that I played, but you can kind of steer over to the side of these islands, and the water goes a lot slower, helping you steer your way around it. Now if you come out here in the middle, you actually do have the opportunity to get more loot, because the game offers these baskets here. So for example, when you get close enough, I can right click and you'll see that I'm getting items over here. Spoiled meat. Well, that wasn't very good, so it's kind of a gamble on what you're going to get. But it is really awesome that if you do take the more daring route, you have the ability to catch a lot of loot on the way. But you really want to be careful about not crashing into these rocks and islands and stuff, because it can definitely ruin your day. Sends your dog and you, you know, flying into the water. I'm going to right click and dock here at the first island here. You have a choice of where you can kind of go. All kinds of different islands you can land on. Tells you the name of the island. And I like how it shows your character even roping up your boat so it doesn't go anywhere. So then it shows you your travel, how far you've traveled, what time it is, what time of day, the temperature outside. And you can see that I'm already starting to get thirsty and hungry already. So here I can actually use the fire. If I right click on it, it's going to tell me light. It's going to tell me, okay, I've made that one dry tinder. If I hadn't crafted that dry tinder, I would not be able to create a fire. So now it automatically opens the crafting menu when you're at a fire. But I'm going to go ahead and get out of this. And I'm going to leave the fire. Notice Aesop here just sitting there, laying there with you. Kind of peaceful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back over here. And I remember that I had a jar. So I'm going to go ahead and open up my inventory here. I had found that jar in that crate. And I'm going to go ahead, it's an empty jar. I'm going to go ahead and left click it, and I'm going to hit use. Now you can also do this if you're near water, or if it's raining outside and you'll actually get water. Notice that I actually got clean water schematic, but because I actually got water out of the river, it's polluted water. I did notice once that it was storming and it was raining on me. I used my jar and I was able to collect clean water. So rain, I want to get rid of this. Spoiled meat, can I feed it to Aesop? Because he could take spoiled meat more than I could. I'll just move it to Aesop for right now. I might get desperate and have to try to take my chances on eating it. Who knows? But you do got to fight all the elements of hunger and thirst and your temperature, and there's threats of wolves and all kinds of stuff in this game. It's really awesome. It's a ton of fun to play. So now I have that polluted water. I'm going to go ahead and right click on my fire, and I'm going to I'm going to go ahead and sit here. And then what I'm going to do, since I'm by the fire, I should be able to open up it will automatically open this up. Okay, because I'm just by the fire, oh no, I clicked on my clean water recipe, which I learned how to make by getting that polluted water. I have polluted water, and I have a water filter. So I should be able to create clean water now. Okay. I thought you could boil water too, but maybe not. So I have clean water here. That'll come in handy real quick. And No, I still have my water filter. It tells me I have 3 uses. I have 2 out of 3 uses on that. Okay. Very, very awesome. Yeah, I absolutely love this game. So let's go ahead and leave now. I could try sleeping here, but I'm going to go ahead and take my chances. It's not quite dark yet. You really got to be careful because there are wolves and all kinds of stuff in this game. And the dog will help you find any resources or anything that's of value. Search. So you see he's barking about this wrecked car here, and you can actually right click on it and search it and hopefully find some useful items. Found nuts and bolts. That's all I found. But I'm sure that will come in handy for something. Aesop's on the move again. He's found another car that I can search. He's helping me out. Good dog, buddy. It's completely empty. And I'm sure all this stuff is completely random, you know, as far as what's actually in the cars or in chests or whatever. So it's going to be different every time you play in that regard, I do believe. Alright, let's hope we don't run into a wolf or something here, Aesop. And some of these islands are, you know, pretty big and offer a lot. Some of them have houses or buses that you can sleep in, and some of them don't. You really never know what you're going to be in for until you actually play the game a little more. That fire is still going up there with that one tender that I fueled it with. So I think I'm going to go over here and try to sleep, and then I will be leaving come daylight. So let's go ahead and... Oops! I caught myself on fire! So burned skin. Now you see I have an affliction. I didn't mean to do that. What I did is I was trying to left click on the fire to bring up the menu when I actually needed to do the right click to actually get my sleep option. So I'm going to go ahead and sleep. It'll tell you exactly what happens, what's going to happen to your hunger, your thirst, and your sleep. So I'm going to trade off getting some sleep for having my hunger and thirst level go down. And you can control how long you want to sleep here, and notice how it changes the values there. Let's go ahead and try to sleep for 7 hours. That should bring us to daylight for sure. And then... Oh no, what happened now? I died. I died from my burned skin. I should have taken... Oh no, dying dehydration. Okay, I need to get up. I need to get up. Okay, so it tells me I'm dying from dehydration. I need to drink that water. Consume. Dying, dehydration. So I mean, that's what I mean. This game is super. Dehydration is cured. Okay, so we also have... Do we still have that burned skin? We do. So we would either want to hit I or hit our backpack here, go to our afflictions, and see what we can clean that with. So burned skin. A burn is uncomfortable by itself, but if you don't treat it, it'll fester worse than a wolf bite or briar cut. Caused by clean living. Cure with a bandage and aloe. Or bandage or aloe. Which I don't know if I know how to make that stuff yet. First aid items are here. I don't know how to make that yet. I know I found aloe one other time, but that is going to continue to hurt me as time goes on here. I'm telling you guys, this game is not easy at all. So you have to get in the right spot to get back on these rafts. I think we got everything on this island. And we are back on the roll here. Hopefully we'll find some aloe somewhere. Something to help with that burn. For me stepping in a fire being silly. And that was completely my fault. We're going to come over here. Oh no! Ah! Damn it. Well, that didn't work. Well, I guess we're not going there. Like I say, this game is not easy, guys. Alright. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay, you can right-click and dock. As soon as it brings up that right-click dock thing, you can dock. Hogsback Gulch. I like how it tells you the name of every island as well. Now I have the affliction of being wet because I crashed my boat, my raft, and landed in the water, so you can see me dripping wet. See, that's the kind of attention to detail I'm talking about. And we do have saplings. I really would like to find dandelions. The aloe looks something like the dandelions, though. I believe it's a little green plant like that. And I could really use that right now. And here's what I'm talking about. You can use these buses to sleep in. Sumnac, I don't know what that is for. New discovery, gas bomb. Okay. Wow. That might come in handy. Mulberries, something to eat. Very cool. Oh no, no! I didn't even see that wolf till it was too late. Damn it. Where you at, dog? Now it's getting dark. Oh my gosh. So, I mean, this game is super, super addictive. I love the art style. Come on, give me something good in here. Rags. Take all. And now it's getting... starting to rain and storm as well. I do have a campfire over here that I can use. But... I really want to... Wild garlic. I really want to look around a little bit more. I don't know where that wolf went. I think it was... Oh, here's a crate. Flint. That's good stuff. My inventory is full, however. You got to really be careful. Aesop's over here. Probably telling me to dehydration again. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and close this. I'm going to open up my inventory. I am going to go here and I'm going to use my jar to catch the rain, and watch, it'll be clean water here. See, now it's clean water. Okay, so now I am going to eat something. I'm going to eat some of this jerky. That'll help my hunger, which is down. And, oh, the wolf's getting me. See, that's the bad thing about this game. And I don't know how fair that is. That's the one little thing. You know, I guess it's cool. I mean, because you're searching through your inventory. A wolf in nature is not going to be like, oh, that guy's looking through his backpack. I'm going to leave him alone. So a wolf came and got me while I was trying to, you know, get some clean water and eat. So you got to be really careful about where you do all that inventory management and, you know, eating and stuff like that. So absolutely, absolutely love this game. Watch this. So once you get done with your game and you die, it's going to show you, you know, exactly where you started here. It's going to show you your path, exactly where you steered, what rocks you steered between. See how, remember how I came over to the left side of those islands to avoid some of the white water? Shows you that right here. It shows you where you crash. If you crash, it shows you exactly where you crash on the map. It showed you where I got the burn, you know, and what islands you stop at, and it shows you where you finally died. So very, very, very super cool. Absolutely love this game, and I want to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and start playing again, but I'm going to go ahead and give it my early access review, and I'm considering the price of $19.99. My overall value is by far my most important aspect of my scoring system. It's worth 40 points out of 100. Is, you know, with this game for $19.99, which isn't the cheapest game on Steam, by the way, are you getting a good value for your money? And with a challenge this game offers, with the graphics it offers, with the gameplay and the amount of fun this game offers in early access already, this game offers you a phenomenal value. I think there is going to be players putting hundreds of hours into this game easily. The replay value is through the roof. I think a lot of people in your house, unless you're the only one living in your house, is going to get, you know, value and fun out of this game. Value at $19.99. I've seen $60 games that weren't near this good, and this game's in early access. Value is a 40 out of 40 easily for this game, guys, all day long. So, absolutely love this game. If you want to skip, you got to hold E down, and you can go ahead and move on. So 40 out of 40 for my value. My next criteria of any game, the next biggest criteria, is worth 30 points, and that is fun. You know, a game might offer value, and it may offer great graphics and a lot of different things, but how much fun is it to play? And again, this game scores through the roof on fun. I mean, this game is very addictive, even though sometimes it feels like it's a little bit cheap. You know, like with that wolf attacking me while I'm going through my backpack, it's something you need to learn from. So if it feels cheap, it's something you did wrong. I shouldn't have been going through my backpack there, you know, right in the middle of the forest there. I had seen the wolf already. I should have moved to a safer location before trying to eat or, you know, collect rainwater and everything that I was doing. So, phenomenal amount of fun. It never feels so cheap that you don't want to play again, or you're like, man, that was, you know, that would rip me off, or I don't like this game. Instead, it does directly the opposite. Every time you die, it gives me the incentive and that kind of like addictive nature of like wanting to play again and progress further. And I've played this game about 5 or 6 times now at this point, and every time I play, I get further down the river. I make it longer. And, you know, I'm not progressing a ton yet, but, you know, it offers too much of a challenge to actually beat the game the first time, which that's a good thing. So, and it's a ton of fun. So, I mean, it's very addictive. I want to play over and over and over again, and I think that says, you know, everything you need to know about how much fun is the game. Fun, easy 30 out of 30. So through the roof on value and fun. We've already scored 70 points. We have 2 more criteria. My next criteria is controls and bugs. In early access, it's phenomenal to find a game like this that looks this good, that doesn't have bugs, that doesn't have screen tearing, that doesn't have little glitches, and that controls so well. So, you know, there is a few little minor things that I'd like to see control a little bit better. But, for example, you know, I like the fact that the game gives you the ability to press where you want to go or use WASD. But I think it could be done just a little bit better, and I'm sure they're going to iron out some of the wrinkles. The controlling the boat is actually superb. It starts off very, very difficult, but once you do it a little bit, you'll actually get really a lot better at steering your raft through the rapids and through the river. So controls and bugs, just for, you know, a minor little glitch here and there, as far as, you know, I think the controls could be just a teeny bit better. I'm giving this score a 19 out of 20. So now we're at an 89%, guys, and my last criteria is graphics and sound. How do I score that out of 10 points? For a game like this, I can't get over how good the graphics are. I mean, it is, you know, obviously you can't compare this to a game, you know, that has a completely different graphic style. For example, a 3D game, or, you know, Skyrim or something like that. No, for what they're trying to do, for the art style they're trying to give this game scores phenomenal. I got some salt there. So, the sound is beautiful. I mean, the graphics are beautiful. The lighting is amazing. The attention to detail is superb. The music is perfect for this kind of a game. I absolutely love the graphics and sound in this game. 10 out of 10. So that gives you a score. I've only taken up 1 point away from the controls and bugs in this game. Everything else is scored through the roof on my grading scale. You know, a lot of people might complain that this game isn't, you know, multiplayer or whatever. It's not trying to be a multiplayer game. Not every game is going to be multiplayer that's like this, you know, like, for example, Don't Starve or whatever. So, this is a single-player game, and it offers a great value. It offers a hell of a lot of fun for a single-player game, and that is why the Flame in the Flood right now has already scored in early access my highest score for any game ever on Steam. I've been reviewing these Steam games for well over a year now. I believe about 2 years. I've reviewed over 100 games on Steam right now, and never has a game scored this high. And it's impressive that this game is scoring so high in early access. So my score for the Flame in the Flood here is a very impressive 99%, a 99 out of 100. That is considering the asking price of $19.99, and that is considering the game, its first launch day in early access. The game is only going to get better here, guys. So this is a no-brainer for anybody that loves any kind of games, especially if you love the kind of Don't Starve kind of games, these action-adventure games. No-brainer. This is a must-buy. So that has been my score here for the Flame in the Flood. I absolutely, positively love this game. And I don't think you can do better for your money, gaming-wise. Go out and get it now. The Flame in the Flood. I'll have a link down below this video where you can go get it on Steam. Again, my highest score with over 100 games reviewed by me to this point, a 99 out of 100. Fantastic job, developers. Absolutely love the Flame in the Flood, and I'm going to be putting many hours into this game and bringing you guys many more videos. If you guys want to comment down below and let me know you want to see more of me playing this game. But I would encourage you to all go out and get it as soon as possible. Get this game now. Support these guys. Even without your support, though, this game is going to climb the charts. I guarantee you this game will be a top seller on Steam here very, very soon. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Be sure you leave those comments below. Be sure you rate my video. Let me know what you think of my score. Well, let me know, more importantly, what you think of this game. And let me know what you think of even Aesop here. He's a pretty cool dog, don't you agree? Thanks so much for watching, everybody. Be sure you rate my video. Be sure you subscribe so you get future videos just like this, where I score these indie games. I really score a lot of those indie games that are a lot less popular and a lot less have a lot less hype than this game. is what I primarily do. But when a game like this comes along, I am certainly not going to avoid it, especially when I'm given a copy by the developers. So thanks again to the developers for the copy of the Flame in the Flood, but I highly encourage you guys to go out and get it now. Again, a 99% is my score, my highest rating ever for any Steam game. Take care, everybody. We'll see you in the next one. This has been Zaxter99.